In the waters of Southeast Asia, a unique culture lives a life that is intricately woven with the rhythms of the sea. The Bajau, often called the Sea Gypsies, are a nomadic maritime community whose existence ebbs and flows with the tides. Their story is one of harmony and survival, of a people so in tune with the ocean that, for them, it is not merely a home, but a vast, salty-blooded extension of themselves. The Bajau have roamed the seas for centuries, their history as fluid as the waters they navigate. They are found across the maritime stretch of Southeast Asia, with significant populations in Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. Each region hosts distinct Bajau subgroups, each with its unique cultural tapestry, yet they all share the common thread of the sea's profound influence. These sea nomads spend most of their lives on boats or in stilt houses perched above the waves. The Bajau have mastered the art of free diving, plunging into the ocean's depths with the ease of a bird slicing through the air. They dive not for sport, but for sustenance, gathering fish and sea products with a skill honed by generations. One of the most striking adaptations of the Bajau is their ability to perform underwater activities. They are renowned for their exceptional free diving skills, with the ability to dive to great depths and hold their breath for extended periods. While an average healthy person can typically hold their breath for about 1 minute, some members of the Bajau community can do so for an astonishing 13 minutes, even at depths of 230 feet. This tribal community exhibits remarkable differences from the average human, primarily due to their extensive time spent underwater, often exceeding 5 hours daily. Reports suggest that Bajau divers hold the record for the longest time diving without breathing. From a very young age, Bajau children are adept in swimming and diving, and by the age of 8, they are already skilled in fishing and hunting. The Bajau have developed these skills over generations, with some even choosing to rupture their eardrums to enhance their diving efficiency, helping them to better withstand the strong currents and pressures of the deep sea. However, this practice often leads to hearing difficulties in older divers. Their unique lifestyle, characterized by persistent diving and closeness to the sea, has led to distinct physiological adaptations, believed to be a result of genetic mutations. Research published in the journal Cell reveals that the Bajau have abdominal organs, particularly the spleen, that are about 1.5 times larger than those of land-dwelling humans. The spleen is crucial for supporting the immune system and for the generation and storage of red blood cells. When the Bajau dive, their spleens contract, releasing a burst of oxygenated red blood cells into the bloodstream, enabling them to hold their breath for significantly longer periods. Additionally, the Bajau have evolved exceptional underwater vision, which greatly assists in their fishing and hunting activities. These adaptations are essential for their aquatic lifestyle. While history has seen other communities closely tied to the sea, the Bajau are possibly the last of the seafaring peoples, maintaining a unique existence intimately linked with the ocean. The Bajau's intimate relationship with the sea is mirrored in every aspect of their culture. Their knowledge of navigation, passed down through stories and practice, is not learned but lived. The ocean dictates their diet, their daily routines, and even their spiritual beliefs. They revere the sea as a giver of life and a keeper of souls, performing rituals and ceremonies that reflect their deep spiritual connection with the marine world. In this documentary, we'll explore the most interesting aspects of the Bajau culture, their historical background, daily life, cultural beliefs, and social structures, how they interact with outsiders and travelers, and much more. Through it all, we'll gain a deeper understanding of the Bajau's unique and remarkable way of life, one that has endured for centuries and continues to inspire awe and fascination. The Bajau Sea Gypsies, with their lives so deeply entwined with the ocean, have a history as captivating as their unique way of life. Tracing their origins involves a journey back in time, exploring the migration patterns that have shaped their culture and existence. Historically, the Bajau are believed to have originated from the southern Philippines. Over centuries, they migrated across the waters of Southeast Asia, primarily settling in the coastal regions of Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. This migration was not a singular event, but a series of movements influenced by various factors, including trade, colonialism, and the search for new fishing grounds. The Bajau's seafaring expertise made them highly adaptable to the changing tides of history, allowing them to navigate through different cultures and political landscapes. The Bajau's adaptation to a marine environment is a remarkable story of human resilience and ingenuity. Their entire lifestyle, from their dwellings to their diet, has been shaped by the sea. Living on houseboats or stilt houses perched above the water, the Bajau developed a deep understanding of the ocean's resources and how to sustainably harvest them. This intimate knowledge of the sea and its ecosystems has been passed down through generations, allowing the Bajau to thrive in a challenging environment. However, the Bajau's history is not without its challenges. The arrival of colonial powers in Southeast Asia brought significant changes. The Dutch, British, and Spanish influences in the region disrupted traditional trade routes and imposed new political boundaries. These changes often forced the Bajau to adapt their migratory routes and settlement patterns. Despite these disruptions, the Bajau managed to maintain their unique way of life, largely due to their mobility and deep connection with the sea. Their homes, primarily stilt houses and boats, are marvels of adaptation, reflecting a deep understanding of their marine environment. The stilt houses, often perched above coral reefs or in shallow waters, are constructed using locally sourced materials like bamboo, wood, and thatch. These materials, favoured for their availability and buoyancy, are ingeniously assembled to withstand the ebb and flow of tides and the occasional harsh weather. The design of these homes speaks volumes about the Bajau's resourcefulness, with each structure featuring an open layout to facilitate air circulation and reduce humidity, a constant challenge in tropical marine environments. In addition to stilt houses, the Bajau are renowned for their lepa-lepa houseboats, traditional boats that some families call home. These floating abodes are not just structures of shelter, but are central to the Bajau way of life, embodying their identity as sea nomads and their deep connection to the water. Lepa-lepa boats are marvels of indigenous craftsmanship, designed to be both functional and resilient. Constructed using locally sourced materials, such as wood from the mangrove forests, these boats are built to withstand the often unpredictable conditions of the sea. The design is typically narrow and elongated, providing stability and ease of navigation through diverse marine environments. The flexibility in their structure allows for easy repair and maintenance, crucial for a life predominantly spent on water. The interior of a lepa-lepa is a reflection of the Bajau's resourceful and adaptive lifestyle. Space is utilized efficiently, with areas for sleeping, cooking, and storage. The living space is often minimalistic, as the ocean provides the broader living environment. Families spend their days on these boats, with children learning to swim and fish at a very young age, skills essential for their survival and way of life. The stationary Bajau settlements are often houses clustered together, forming a network of pathways and shared spaces over the water. This arrangement fosters a strong sense of community, as neighbours are always within reach and communal life unfolds naturally. Children play in the water while adults engage in daily tasks or social interactions, all within the close-knit framework of their floating neighbourhoods. Today, while many have settled in more permanent communities, the nomadic tradition persists in their culture. The decision to move is often driven by various factors, including changes in weather, fishing seasons, and the need to maintain their boats and houses. When relocation occurs, it's a community effort showcasing their cooperative spirit and deep-rooted resilience. This semi-nomadic lifestyle, however, is not without its challenges. The Bajau must continually adapt to the changing conditions of their marine environment, a task that requires an intimate knowledge of the sea and its many moods. Their homes, whether on stilts or floating, are constantly exposed to nature, necessitating regular maintenance and, at times, complete reconstruction. This aspect of their life underscores not only their resilience, but also their exceptional skills in carpentry and boat building passed down through generations. The Bajau's living arrangements are a direct response to the demands and gifts of their natural surroundings. Their stilt houses, anchored in shallow waters, provide safety from marine predators and easy access to their primary source of livelihood, the sea. Similarly, their boats are not just homes, but vital tools for survival, enabling them to travel to different fishing areas, trade, and maintain their nomadic way of life. The family and social structure of the Bajau Sea Gypsies is woven with traditions, roles, and communal bonds, reflecting their unique culture and way of life. At the heart of this structure lies the family unit, which is not just a social arrangement, but the bedrock of their community and survival. Bajau families are typically extended, with multiple generations often living under one roof or in close proximity. This setup fosters a strong sense of belonging and mutual support, essential in their often challenging environment. Within these family units, roles are clearly defined yet fluid, shaped by necessity and tradition. Men are primarily responsible for fishing and building boats and houses, skills that are passed down from father to son. Women, while also involved in fishing, particularly in shallower waters, predominantly manage household duties and take care of the children. They also play a crucial role in processing and preserving the catch, a task vital for ensuring food availability, especially during lean periods. The upbringing of children in Bajau communities is a communal responsibility. From a young age, children are taught to swim and dive, skills as essential as walking in their maritime world. They learn about the sea, the weather, and the art of fishing, absorbing knowledge that has been accumulated over centuries. This education is not formal, but woven into the fabric of their daily lives, a blend of play, observation, and participation in family and community activities. Leadership is often informal, with respect and influence earned through age, wisdom, and skill, particularly in navigation and fishing. Decisions affecting the community are typically made collectively, with a strong emphasis on consensus and mutual respect. This approach ensures that the needs and voices of all members are considered, maintaining harmony and balance within the community. Social gatherings and communal activities are the lifeblood of Bajau society. These events, whether for religious ceremonies, weddings, or communal fishing expeditions, are vibrant and inclusive, strengthening social bonds and cultural identity. Music, dance, and storytelling are integral to these gatherings, serving both as entertainment and as a means of preserving and transmitting their rich cultural heritage. Marriage within the Bajau community is a significant event, often marked by elaborate rituals and celebrations. One of the most notable aspects of Bajau marriage customs is the elaborate courtship process. Traditionally, Bajau courtship involves a series of rituals and exchanges between families. Young men, skilled in crafting and boat making, often present gifts to their prospective brides, showcasing their ability to provide and care for a family. In some communities, a suitor may also perform a serenade known as kanduli under the maiden's window, expressing his affection through song. The wedding ceremony itself is a vibrant and communal affair. It usually begins with the mapachi ritual, a pre-wedding cleansing ceremony believed to purify the couple. This ritual involves the application of a mixture of rice flour and turmeric on the skin, symbolizing beauty and protection. On the wedding day, the bride and groom dress in colorful, traditional attire. The bride's costume is particularly ornate, often adorned with intricate beadwork and embroidery, reflecting the Bajau's renowned artistic skills. The groom, meanwhile, wears a traditional Bajau Melayu or a similar outfit, signifying his role as the head of the future family. The ceremony is conducted by a religious leader and includes the exchange of vows and rings, symbolizing the couple's commitment. This is followed by a series of rituals, including the Manjalang Pasangan, where the couple is seated together while elders offer blessings and advice. Kinship ties extend beyond immediate family, encompassing a wider network of relations and are crucial in maintaining the social fabric of the Bajau society. The Bajau's social structure is not static but adaptive, evolving in response to external influences and internal changes. While they continue to uphold many traditional practices, there is a growing interaction with the broader world. This interaction brings new ideas and challenges, requiring the Bajau to balance the preservation of their culture with the adaptation to a changing environment. The Bajau's diet is predominantly based on their bountiful catch, with fish and other seafood forming the cornerstone of their meals. Preparation methods are relatively simple yet flavorful, often involving grilling or boiling, with herbs and spices that are readily available in their environment. Rice, although not a traditional staple, has become increasingly common, often accompanying seafood dishes. Trade and barter play a crucial role in the Bajau's subsistence strategy. Given their nomadic lifestyle and specialized skills, they often trade part of their catch for other essential goods like rice, vegetables, and materials for boat building and house repairs. The preparation and consumption of food are communal activities, often involving the entire family or community, reinforcing social ties and cultural traditions. However, the Bajau's reliance on the sea for their dietary needs is not without challenges. Overfishing, climate change, and pollution have begun to impact fish stocks, posing a threat to their food security and traditional way of life. In response, some Bajau communities have started to engage in sustainable fishing practices and conservation efforts, recognizing the need to protect the very resource that sustains them. The cultural practices and beliefs of the Bajau Sea Gypsies are as fluid and deep as the waters they navigate. Spirituality among the Bajau is predominantly animistic, with a profound reverence for the sea, which is considered both a life-giver and a spiritual entity. This deep-seated belief in the interconnectedness of life and the ocean manifests in rituals and practices aimed at appeasing the sea spirits. These rituals, often led by community shamans or elders, seek to ensure safe passage, bountiful catches, and protection from the perils of the sea. Over the years, the influence of Islam and other religions has woven into their spiritual fabric, creating a unique blend of beliefs and practices. This syncretism is evident in their rituals, festivals, and daily practices, where Islamic teachings coexist with ancient animistic traditions. Oral traditions and storytelling are the threads that weave the Bajau's past with their present. In a culture with a limited written history, stories and legends passed down orally are the keepers of their history, morals, and knowledge. Elders recount tales of legendary fishermen, mythical sea creatures, and ancestral voyages, instilling a sense of identity and continuity among the younger generations. These stories are not mere entertainment. They are educational tools, imparting lessons on navigation, fishing techniques, and the ethics of living in harmony with the sea. The Bajau's cultural practices and beliefs are deeply influenced by their environment. Their spirituality, arts, and traditions are a reflection of their respect for and adaptation to the ocean. This connection is evident in their celebrations, where the sea often takes center stage, in their art, which mirrors the beauty and complexity of their maritime world, and in their storytelling, which is imbued with the rhythms and mysteries of the sea. However, as the world changes, so too does the cultural landscape of the Bajau. Modern influences and challenges, such as the decline in traditional fishing practices and the impact of global culture, pose threats to their cultural heritage. The younger generations, exposed to the broader world through technology and interaction with other communities, may find themselves at a crossroads between tradition and modernity. The Bajau's understanding and reading of the ocean are profound. They possess an intimate knowledge of the sea's rhythms, currents and weather patterns gained through daily experience and passed down through generations. This knowledge is not formally taught, but absorbed through observation and participation from a young age. It allows them to navigate vast distances with remarkable precision, often without the use of modern navigational tools. Their ability to read the sea's subtle signs, the colour of the water, the direction of the wind, the behaviour of marine life. However, the Bajau's relationship with their environment is not without challenges. Rising sea levels, changing weather patterns, and increased frequency of severe weather events directly impact their homes and livelihoods. The health of the coral reefs, crucial for the fish and other marine life they depend on, is also at risk due to rising ocean temperatures and pollution. In response to these environmental challenges, some Bajau communities have begun to engage in conservation efforts. Recognizing the importance of sustainable practices for their future, they are involved in initiatives to protect the coral reefs and marine life. These efforts often involve collaboration with environmental organizations, combining traditional knowledge with modern conservation techniques. The Bajau's interaction with their environment is also evident in their response to the challenges of pollution and overfishing. As traditional custodians of the sea, they witness firsthand the impact of these issues on their marine ecosystem. Some communities have started to adopt more sustainable fishing practices and participate in marine cleanup activities, acknowledging the need to preserve the ocean for future generations. The Bajau have a rich tradition of using natural remedies and herbal treatments, derived from their extensive knowledge of the sea and surrounding ecosystems. This knowledge, passed down through generations, includes the use of various plants, herbs, and marine life for medicinal purposes. For instance, certain types of seaweed and marine plants are used to treat wounds and infections, while various herbs found on islands or coastal areas are used for common ailments like headaches or stomach issues. Traditional healing practices among the Bajau go beyond physical ailments, often encompassing spiritual aspects. Healers or shamans within the community are regarded with high respect, believed to possess the knowledge and power to treat illnesses that are thought to have spiritual causes. These practices, which may include rituals, prayers, and traditional ceremonies, are integral to the Bajau's approach to health and well-being, emphasizing the interconnectedness of body, mind, and spirit. Despite their rich tradition of natural and spiritual healing, the Bajau face significant challenges in accessing formal healthcare services. Their remote locations, nomadic lifestyle, and often limited financial resources make it difficult to access modern medical facilities. Clinics and hospitals are usually located far from their coastal or oceanic homes, requiring long and sometimes perilous journeys. This inaccessibility is compounded by language barriers and a general lack of understanding or mistrust of modern medical practices, which can be culturally alien to them. In response to these challenges, there have been efforts to improve healthcare access through community health initiatives and external aid. Non-governmental organizations and government health services sometimes conduct outreach programs, providing basic medical care and health education. These programs often focus on preventive care, such as vaccination drives and maternal and child health services. However, the success of these initiatives depends heavily on building trust with the Bajau community and respecting their cultural practices and beliefs. The Bajau Sea Gypsies, with their nomadic lifestyle and unique cultural practices, have long been a source of fascination for outsiders and travelers. Their interaction with the wider world has shaped their identity and way of life, and it continues to evolve in the face of modern challenges. Historically, the Bajau Sea Gypsies have been connected to neighbouring coastal communities through trade and cultural exchanges. The sea, which is their home and livelihood, has also been a highway of interaction. These exchanges have enriched their culture and provided them with essential resources like fresh water, food, and materials for boat maintenance. In recent decades, however, the influx of tourism has brought a new dimension to the Bajau's interactions with outsiders. The allure of their unique lifestyle and the pristine beauty of their marine environments have attracted travellers from around the world. Tourists seeking authentic cultural experiences often visit Bajau communities to learn about their way of life, taste their traditional cuisine, and witness their mesmerising dances and music. The Bajau Sea Gypsies have generally welcomed travellers with open arms, embodying the hospitality for which they are known. They share their culture willingly, taking pride in showcasing their boat-building skills, fishing techniques, and craftsmanship. Visitors are often invited to stay in their stilt houses, providing a first-hand experience of their daily life. This cultural exchange is not just about imparting knowledge, but also about building bridges between different worlds. As the globalized world encroaches upon their traditional territories, the Bajau grapple with the need to balance tradition and modernity. The advent of modern technology, including motorized boats and advanced fishing equipment, has brought both benefits and drawbacks. Finding a delicate equilibrium between traditional fishing practices and the adoption of modern methods is an ongoing challenge. Government policies and initiatives have also played a significant role in shaping the future of the Bajau. Many Bajau communities are stateless or lack formal citizenship, which limits their access to essential services like education and healthcare. The absence of legal recognition often hinders their ability to advocate for their rights and protect their traditional territories. Government-led conservation efforts, while important for preserving marine ecosystems, sometimes restrict Bajau access to their traditional fishing grounds, affecting their livelihoods. Conservation organisations, researchers and NGOs have recognised the importance of engaging with the Bajau Sea Gypsies to develop sustainable solutions that both protect the environment and support their way of life. Collaborative efforts aim to strike a balance between conservation and the socio-economic needs of the Bajau communities. Initiatives such as community-based marine resource management and education programs seek to empower the Bajau to actively participate in the preservation of their natural resources. The future of the Bajau Sea Gypsies will likely involve a complex interplay of adaptation and resilience. While some Bajau have chosen to embrace modern amenities and settle in coastal towns, others continue their nomadic way of life, moving with the ebb and flow of the sea. The preservation of their cultural heritage remains a central concern, as the transmission of traditional knowledge and practices to future generations becomes increasingly challenging in the face of modern distractions and opportunities. Efforts to document and preserve Bajau culture are crucial for ensuring its continuity. Cultural preservation projects, oral history initiatives, and educational programs seek to safeguard their traditions, language, music, and dance. These endeavours not only help the Bajau maintain their unique identity, but also enable them to share their rich culture with the wider world. As we conclude our exploration of the Bajau, we are left with a profound appreciation for their nomadic sea-based existence. Their ability to navigate the ever-changing waters of the marine environment is a lesson in resourcefulness and adaptability. The Bajau's deep understanding of the ocean's rhythms and sustainable fishing practices underscores the importance of respecting and protecting our natural world. Their culture, rich with music, dance and art, is a testament to the beauty of human creativity. The Bajau's craftsmanship in boat building and their ability to tell stories that reflect their deep connection to the sea are a source of inspiration and cultural wealth. Thank you for watching. Before you go, tell us what you think about the Bajau people and if you would live a life of a Bajau in the sea. If you want to learn more about another interesting place, we suggest you watch our documentary on Morocco. We're sure you'll enjoy it.